Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, on this episode, we're just going to be talking about morning routines, night routines, stuff to really do during the day to make you feel good, if that makes sense. I know for me, I don't really have a set morning routine. This is kind of a hard topic for me because I'm a mom, a new mom at that, so every morning looks a little bit different. And I have a puppy, so there's all kinds of crap going on in the morning. But one thing I really found is that a lot of these quote-unquote glow up routines, so to speak, is doing things like getting up at 5 a.m., going to Pilates or doing some kind of workout, and then drinking, a healthy fitness drink and all this other crap. Honestly, I think that's a little bit of BS, but today we're going to look up morning routines for successful people, and we're going to see what this says. Kind of going to do a review on this and then give you my intake. So it says, how does a morning routine lead to success? The relationship between a good morning routine and success is more than coincidental. It's causational? One study found that people with a morning routine earn $12,500 more each year than those without a morning routine. But there are other benefits besides financial gains. A morning routine leads to the following: mental clarity, consistency, reduced stress, more energy, better time management. Okay, I'm going to stop right there for a second and just speak on these. So, I didn't know that a morning routine leads to more success. Statistically, they did a study where people with a legit morning routine make way more in a year than people without. That's crazy to me. So for mental clarity, it says a good morning routine helps clear your mind, which we all know. When you have time to declutter your thoughts and set clear intentions for the day, it becomes easier to decide what's most important. Clarity improves decision-making in both work and life. Okay, so I get that. I just need to do that. I definitely need to be better at taking time for myself throughout the day and clearing my mind a little bit. I feel like I'm one who always internalizes things, and especially now that I'm a mom, if any of you can relate, I just tend to put everyone else's feelings above my own, and sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, and it feels like my mind doesn't even belong to me anymore. I feel like I'm thinking for other people, I'm doing for other people are thinking for me, I'm still doing for other people. It's just crazy. Consistency. Having regular morning habits creates consistency and reliable patterns, which I totally get that. I definitely need to start building up my consistency with certain things again. I used to make my bed every single morning. Do I anymore? No. I definitely need to though. So, because that allows you to know that you have to make your bed every single day. And I was doing it for a good week straight, and then boom, I stopped because I got lazy or we were doing something early in the morning or whatever. That's the thing with me. If I get up way too early, I don't have motivation to do anything. I normally will get up early, lay in my bed on my phone, and then I'll get the courage to do stuff. And by the time that I get the courage to do things, it's 8, 9 o'clock when the baby and the dog get up anyway. So then my whole day is basically ruined, I feel like. It says, you learn to start every day with intention and a disciplined mindset. This is the foundation for steady growth and success in your personal and professional life. I definitely agree with that statement. This is the foundation for steady growth and success in both personal and professional life. I also feel like, besides from just a professional standpoint, I feel like your financial life, I think that needs to be a category of its own, because sometimes your finances aren't necessarily your personal finances, if that makes sense. Like, what I consider my personal finances is like my own bills. As far as finances going to pay for certain stuff that isn't really for me, it's for my child, or things that maybe like would help my boyfriend and I in our house or something along those lines, I don't consider them my personal finances. I think that's a different category. I think that's just my financial life in general. And I think that consistency helps with that, especially in like budgeting. Say you're consistent with sitting down every week and talking to your significant other, your financial advisor, or just something as simple as writing it down on a piece of paper. If you're budgeting consistently and you can see those numbers, you tend to have a clear understanding of what you can and can't do every week or every day, at that matter. So I feel like that's something that I definitely need to work on. I think a lot of people need to work on that. I think it's always something, financial gain in any aspect is so important, and I feel like nowadays, with inflation being the way it is, that's definitely something that everybody needs to work on. And you're never going to have it 100% right either, so don't beat yourself up over that, because I used to be like, oh, I'm the budget queen, I can do this every day. And then I fell off of it a little bit, and then boom, I thought that my whole world was ending, but it's not. Budgeting, honestly, is a work in progress all the time. Even the most rich people in the world need to understand their finances in order to maintain it correctly, in order to do the things they want and need. You know what I mean? Okay, reduce stress, which, yeah. A consistent and effective morning routine can make your morning preparations less stressful because you know what to expect. It also sets a calm tone for the day. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I meditate once a week. I definitely should try to do it more. And by meditation, I'm not just talking about sitting down and clearing my mind and listening to calming music. I'm talking about, like, for me, prayer can be meditation. Writing down my gratitudes can be meditation. Reading a devotional can be meditation. Listening to a Christian song and just laying here with my eyes shut can be a meditation. Anything that puts you in the presence of the higher power, which for me is God. For a lot of other people, it might be God. It might be something else. But putting yourself in the presence of whatever it is that you believe in, even if it's the universe as a whole, is very mind clearing, if that makes sense. I feel like that's something everybody needs to start doing. It's, again, that's going to be a constant struggle in life. That's something that you're always going to have to work on. That's something that's always going to need progress, is your reducing stress, your meditation, your praying, whatever it is. It definitely sets a calm tone for the day. That's why sometimes I'll do it in the morning. That's why a lot of people would rather go to church in the morning than at night, because think about it. I used to think about it kind of like the gym. When I used to go to the gym in the morning, that would be kind of my relaxed time for myself. I always felt better, and it was kind of like the church for me. Like, I would go in, I would work out for maybe an hour, and then boom, I was set for the whole rest of the day, and I was feeling so good. That's how I used to be on Sundays when I would go to church as a kid with my mom. I would go on Sunday morning, and I felt so great. Even Saturday evening, because then I'm nice and ready to go that Sunday. People definitely need to work on taking time to clear their mind more. It definitely does reduce your stress levels. I've been so out of tune with my mind, and my soul and my body and everything that I haven't been taking the time to do that stuff for myself, and I can see it in my stress. I definitely can. I'm a lot more stressed. I internalize things a lot more right now because I haven't been doing that. I think it says a lot for people who do it. More energy, 100%. So a morning routine that includes light exercises and a nutritious breakfast will give you a natural energy boost. Your body will wake up and recharge for the day ahead. These daily habits can even eliminate the need for excessive caffeine intake. I 100% agree with that. So especially that last line, that it can eliminate the need for caffeine. So a morning routine for me used to look like the whole perfect morning routine. It was like the American dream. Wake up, go to the gym early in the morning, listen to, Christian songs, write my gratitudes, listen to a devotional, read a devotional, whatever, and then make a breakfast. But my breakfast was always like smoothies or something really nutritious and healthy, or so I thought. Honestly, I can definitely say, looking back at that, I didn't drink as much caffeine as I do now. I was always more energized back then because of the stuff that I did in the morning. The stuff I did before the actual tasks that needed done during the day. If I went into work at 9 o'clock in the morning, you bet your ass I was up working out at 6, and then got a shower, made my lunch for the day, and then boom, I was out the door ready to go to work. I would come home, listen to my devotional, whatever I had to do to calm myself down from work, and then night routine, and then do it all over again the next day. I was definitely more self-reliant, if that makes sense. I relied more on myself than on things to make myself energized. I relied more on my own energy because I was basically energizing myself because I was fueling myself the right way by going to the gym and working out every day. Now, I'm not saying you have to do it every day. I definitely am not going to do it every day. But I used to, and then I would come home and make the best breakfast. Nowadays, I'd be lucky if I eat some mornings, because what do? Wake up, take care of the kid, and then by the time that I'm finished with that, there's shit that needs done around the house. If anyone can relate, I'm a stay-at-home mom right now. There's shit that needs done around the house all throughout the day. My boyfriend is at work. What am I going to do? Call him and say I'm leaving this for you? No. It needs done. And then by the time that I do it, I'm too tired to do things for myself. Because what am I doing all day long? Stuff that needs done in the house, taking care of the baby. Well, and the puppy. But still, he's not as needy as the baby. But I think there's a lot said for that. A lot said. Especially showers. I used to be more energized when I took my showers in the morning. Now I take my showers at night. Because one, I don't have much time in the morning to do it. Now granted, she's getting older, so I can definitely take showers in the morning now a little bit more. But I would say overall, I'm taking showers at night right now because one, that's the only time that I really have downtime for myself. And two, it puts me to sleep. But when I used to take showers in the morning, every single morning, I was way more energized for the day. And it calmed me down in the morning too, so my mind was a little bit more clearer for the day. You could create your morning routine to-do list every night, which I will say I do. I use an app called, my app is called Structured. It's like a salmon pink color with a little check mark in it. That's what I use to create all of my lists, routine lists, my shopping list, anything. My chores list, my nighttime routine list, because it allows you to set it where it will actually go off kind of like an alarm and tell you what time to do certain things. Same thing with my Water app. I have a Water Reminder app. That's what it's called, Water Reminder. It's blue, has a little glass on it with a little like upside down check mark thing. And it goes off every like hour to tell me when to drink. Some studies claim breakfast is important to good health. Other studies claim the opposite. Those who support eating breakfast believe that it serves metabolic kickstarter for the day. They point out that consuming a meal in the morning can help burn more calories throughout the day and provide essential nutrients. I agree with that, but I also don't think breakfast is the most important. I think dinner is, because that's your last meal, or it should be your last meal. Some people snack a little later. I'm working on that because they do say you shouldn't snack after like 8 or 9 o'clock. Yeah, I think dinner is the most important. That's just my opinion. It says here that the research is actually inconclusive. So, I don't know. Do a 2-week breakfast experiment, it says, and see if it does anything for your body. And then if you still like not eating breakfast and waiting a little longer, then I would do that if I were you. Right now I'm doing a calorie deficit. So basically I'm doing a 12 on 12, which is you want to equal 24 hours in the day. So I pick 12 hours as my eating window, and then I fast for 12 hours, which I picked my fasting time to be the majority of when I'm actually sleeping, so it doesn't affect me as much. And then I wake up and I wait until about 11ish to start eating, and then I just repeat that cycle. And then I also make sure I count my calories throughout the day, and I have to stay under a certain amount of calories for my body weight. I took like a whole test and everything. It tells you for this body weight at this height, for wanting to lose this amount of weight by this time, which I think I set my goal like to lose 30 pounds in a year or something like that. Then it calculates all of that, and that's how it tells you what your calories intake should be throughout the day. And I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks, and I can honestly tell you I feel 100% better as far as food. But I will tell you, the other day I substituted one of my meals for an out-to-eat meal. Boyfriend and I were too lazy to cook. We were out pretty late, so we were like, we're just gonna get something quick and easy out. And we did, but I paid for it. That messed my stomach up. TMI, but that messed my stomach up, because once you're used to eating only a certain amount of calories and a certain nutrients, and you go to eat fast food, I think it was like McDonald's, it's horrible. I felt so gross afterwards. Blocking out some time to yourself. So if I want to go on TikTok, I'm going to set a reminder that I can only go on TikTok for about 20 minutes from 1 to 1:20. And then after that's done, I need to go back to my original task. Complete difficult work first. I always tell people this. I even tell my boyfriend this, and he argues with me. He says, no, you want to get the easy stuff out of the way. Okay, I get that mindset. I really do. But listen, if you do something easy, you're not gonna want to do the hard stuff. I've done it, trust me. Even if it's something like cleaning, I freaking hate doing the dishes because we don't have a dishwasher, so I have to wash everything by hand. If I get all of the dishes done first, I will feel so much better. One, it's a more difficult task for me, which means it's going to take longer because I'm probably going to procrastinate. Say I go and I clean one of the bathrooms. We have 2 bathrooms. Neither one of them really takes that much time to clean. That's why they're pretty easy tasks in this house. Say I go to clean the downstairs bathroom. and I get it done in like 10 minutes, I'm not going to want to do dishes after that. Sure, I might be in the mood now, but not for a difficult task. I might only go from the bathroom to mopping the floor or sweeping or vacuuming the living room rug, which is not hard at all. So I get that. I stand on that. So basically, all it's saying here is be consistent, take time to clear your mind. It's good to have a clear mind. I can't stress that enough. And if you guys can relate, definitely let me know down at the bottom, because after reading that, I can't imagine being a single mom doing this. I can't imagine. I don't know how my mother did it. I don't know how a lot of these people nowadays do it. I promise you, from here on out, if you need an accountability partner to do this with, I will do it with you. Because I need to start doing this stuff for myself. I really, really do. I was so much happier when I had my shit together. Now I feel like everything is falling apart for the last 9 months. So we're in this together. And even if you're not a mom and you're still lazy, no, I'm just kidding. Even if you're not a mom, we're still in this together. Like, we gotta do this stuff. You need to set good expectations for yourself. You need to go in the day with a clear mind. And I'm curious to know what that looks like for you guys. So actually comment down below and tell me, what do you do to take your mind off of a really difficult task or a really difficult objective? Or what do you do to take your mind off of everyday simple struggles? Because your fellow mom over here needs to start doing that kind of stuff, and I need to know when to stop doing stuff just for other people. I need to do stuff for myself, and reading this really put it into a different perspective. Alright guys, well that is it for that. Thank you so much. That was fun. As promised, the next episode will be more in-depth questions that I've received. It won't be too much of me talking about just anything, but for this first actual episode, I kind of wanted to just put everything into perspective and share some stuff that I've been going through, and also do something fun, like looking up a list on Google and just reading about it and sharing my thoughts on it. I also want to hear your thoughts on it. If you would let me know down below. I will link the apps that I was talking to you guys about that helps me. I will link those down below in the description. And I will also put this blog that I found on Google down in the description as well. And you guys can read this and you can kind of dissect it your own way as well. Alright guys, after reading this, I'm going to leave you with a question. How does a morning routine lead to success? I just want you to think about that and do whatever comes to your mind. If you think making your bed will make the rest of your day successful, please go and do it. Because I'm telling you right now, motivation starts within, and we all need to motivate each other. And in the process of motivating each other, we're motivating ourselves. So get up, do it. Thank you so much for listening to this. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode. Have a good night, guys.